Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to another video of mine. And I'm still at the Lake Como. Very nice view, as you can see. I hope you enjoy it. Today's video is about how to deal with a difficult client. And before I start, my name is Dragana Spika, and I'm a rapid transformational therapist and a hypnotherapist. And before I qualified as a therapist, I was working in investment banking for 10 years. And I was indeed dealing with people on a daily basis, people from different backgrounds, working in different departments in an investment bank. So I had to find ways to deal with people who are just different, who have different attitudes, different moods. And now that I'm a therapist, and I do have this investment banking background as well, I'm well equipped to give you some advice on how to deal with difficult clients. Let's call them difficult, but maybe the situation is difficult. How to deal with a difficult situation where there's a client involved. So first thing I would say, I want you to basically understand and say to yourself that in front of you is another human being with their own problems, their own worries, their own burdens that they have to carry throughout their life, and their own challenges, really. So I know it's very easy to accuse someone of being difficult or being unhelpful or being just a pain or whatever you call them. But if we say to ourselves that, okay, yes, they maybe don't have the right to behave this way, but in front of you is another human being with their own struggles. And most likely they're being unhelpful and being difficult is because of these struggles. And I want you to understand that it is not personal. It is never about you. If a person is not in a good mood and being really, it is challenging to just connect with that person, and they're not behaving in a very helpful and kind way, it's probably because they have a problem in their life. They have a problem with themselves and with the way they just face the world. And that doesn't excuse them. But if you see it this way, you will feel better about the situation instead of feeling that they are just this way and attacking you and this is against you, or they have something against you, or they're just being difficult because they are, they're purposely doing it. It will help you to understand that no one is being rude or no one is being difficult because they like it. They themselves are probably suffering from the inside, and that's what they're reflecting on the outside. So we can only offer to others what we feel inside of us. So if we feel love and connection, that's what we offer to others. And if we feel pain, if we feel struggle, that's what we offer to others. So understanding this will help you. In front of you is another human being. This will help you just change the way you look at them and change the way you communicate with them. It is very important to build connection with people. It's just easier to work with clients with whom you have a connection. So if you approach them in this way, knowing that and feeling that they're just human as well as you are, this will help you build better connection. So you can start with saying, oh, I feel you're a little bit tense today. Do you have a lot on your plate? Without going into personal questions, but this will help you show them that you understand that they're human too. Yes, they're a client, and yes, you have a business to do, but this will help you build just this human connection and break through that ice. And the second thing I would say, even if these people are being difficult or unhelpful or even maybe rude, I want you to understand that there's always a dynamic in the communication, and you are going to either pick up their dynamic and let them determine the dynamic of a conversation, go into this, not very pleasant mode, or you're going to keep your mode if you are in a good mood, you are feeling good and just relaxed, or you can keep your, no matter what they're coming with, it is scientifically proven, psychologists are proving that, you know, when you're in a room with people and you start having this kind of like defensive closed position and you keep it, people will start mimicking you. So people will mimic you. If you keep your stance, keep your position, keep the way you feel, people will start mimicking you. So keep the way you're feeling, irrespective of how people are responding and what they are coming with, what feelings they are coming with, okay? And the third thing is, I would say, we all come from different backgrounds. We are all brought up in a different way. We all went through different upbringing, different education. We all have different perceptions of how things, of the world in general, of how things should be done. And we have different communication styles. And this is where sometimes the difficulty comes from, the difficulty of communicating clearly with people with whom we're potentially very different. We have completely different upbringing. So just understand that we are different. We have different perceptions of the world, different perceptions of how things are done, should be done, and different way of communicating. So just understand this, and whenever there's a miscommunication or a difficult communication with a client, just understand that we're all different. We all have different concepts that we have adopted throughout our life, and we all have different vision of how things should be done. So knowing this, just set up some ground rules in terms of how things are going to be done in this, you know, in this relationship with this client, or what you would expect from them, what they can expect from you. And in a very polite conversation or even in an email, just set some ground rules in terms of how things are done, how this relationship will work, what you expect from them and what they can expect from you. Okay? I know some things are obvious and we say, oh, it's common sense, it's so obvious, and how come they didn't get it, how come they didn't do it? But we all come from different backgrounds, we are all different, our brains work in a different way. So knowing this, just understand that you should set some ground rules from the beginning. This is what you should expect from me, and this is what I can expect from you, and can you tell me, should we add something to this, and so on. So I hope this was helpful, and I wish you a very beautiful day, and sending you a lot of love and kisses. Thank you.